Hey, everybody. Of course, the second I hit live, my husband pulls into the driveway. So there's a chance it's going to get loud. I'm cleaning up because we want to get to the mountains are calling quilts. And to do that, I have to do a lot of cutting. So it might get loud and I'll hit the mute button, but none of you are actually on yet. Anyways, so it shouldn't bug anybody right now. Okay. And Aries and wow. All right. So, this I'm doing some pre-cutting. Hi, how are you? I'm doing some pre-cutting. Now we have to get on to tonight's. I gotta clean up. What you up to tonight? Mm-hmm. Those monkey butts are loud. Loud monkey. So we were on vacation in California once, and it was summer, and we California, it was fucking hot. So we had like the sliders open and stuff, and the kids, Michael was like, I couldn't sleep from all the monkeys making noise. And I'm like, no monkeys. What? And then the birds went off. Like, now that he said it, I could hear the squawk of the birds sounding like monkeys. It was kind of funny. Where's the other ruler? Oh, I dropped it. Okay. So much still to do. Like camcorders down here. This I'm cleaning up. So now I'm not done cutting A, I don't think. But we'll get it out of our way. Yay! And this is what we're working on. That's French onion soup in there, in that pot. Not to eat at all? Hmm. What was I grabbing? Oh, it wasn't as far as I went. Oh, my brain. These are my colors. And I've got one strip, the center strip. And then we're heading out from there. I've got all the cutting done, I think, on this one. This is what we're doing. This is where we're at. This is not on the right screen. This is the order it's going to go in. So we're going to do teal next, then yellow, purple, green, and we're calling that fire. Yes, of course they got fed. Do you think they'd let us not feed them for 2 hours? That's fucking ridiculous. Okay, what am I doing now? Oh, that was cutting. Okay. So, B units. Okay, we've got numbers here. So B units are going to be B, background, and C, which would be yellow. Because from here, we're going to do background to the next color. But we're going to do the rectangles because we've done this one. Yeah. So we're going to do... I've made these. Okay, so we're further than this. That's what I get for picking them up. Picked up all my pieces. 4, 5. I've made the units for piecing. So we're going to do here. Yes, we've done this. Now we're here. This is going to be joint AC background unit to the bottom. All right, and that is okay. That's how we have to make 2 rows of these now, 1 on either side. Right, because then that'll be here. And then the background to the next unit, which will be A. Yeah. Yep. I think so. Um, and this fits so much better than the first one. Yay. My seam line was ate up a little more than it was supposed. So we're gonna need 6, and we're gonna have this on the top and bottom of each. I think it'll be much easier to hang the wallpaper on the painted walls. Because I think you can do just like you do with contact paper, and you kind of spritz a little bit of water, and then you can slide your wallpaper around. It stays wet long enough for you to slide it a little. I could not do that on the plywood. Thank goodness it was, a polished type side, not raw, splintery. We're just going to build the 2. How about that? I see one image up on the pre-quilter with the um, orange as the base. It was a struggle. It was a pain in the ass. Well, I also found that the rolls are a different color. Not a lot. Thankfully, all of my roll that I opened, I could do the whole top piece. Because, okay, realistically, nobody's going to see it in me. I'm very proud of myself for letting it go. There was a couple of things I'm not 100% happy with, but it's up at the ceiling, so fuck that shit. But the others are, the leaves on the edge are a smidge different color. That was not cool because there's ways to, because you have to match your pattern. have late snow Saturday. Currently, I'm too tired to even think about that. But because there's a gap in the wall, how what I did is inset, the others won't touch it. So all the others are the same. This one roll is a little different. And now there's that big gap of the window. So nothing should touch that. Nobody will know. There's you get wallpaper seam edges together and match your pattern, and then you get down about a foot and your pattern's off. That leaf doesn't match like not like it did up above. Above still matches. I'm gonna chalk it up to a little bit of it's an inexpensive one, so it might not have been made the best. It might have stretched a little when they were printing. Not with I don't yeah, don't know. It is what it is. Michael made his first attempt at French onion soup today. Guess it wasn't bad. Took him about 4 or 5 hours to do. It wasn't hard though. It was a lot of just let that shit simmer and caramelize your onions. I'll take his word for it. I'm not an onion person. I don't want it. Water make Waterson. What are you doing? God, and I was at the store and all I wanted to do is get sweets. I had to put several things down. I know. And then just before we went live, I'm like, you know what? I need something sweet. I'm gonna make a mug cake. So I got my mug and I put almost everything in that I needed. I was just getting ready. I opened the fridge to get the milk and saw that I had bought rice pudding. I'm like, oh, maybe I want that. I was asking about pre-quilter. I saw that there's one example with the yellow as the first color, one with um, the orange as the first color. What did you think of that? Which do you like best? Whoa. There we go. Hi. Come here, Screwball. Do you want to be on camera? Hi. Come here. Hello. Yeah? Somebody's burning outside. Has a fire. You smell like wood smoke. Oh, have you been playing hard? Okay, all right. Fine. Turd. You don't have a preference. And I know somebody said, oh, one is sunrise, one is sunset. I mean, it's all the same fucking colors. How do you necessarily know one is sunrise and one is sunset? They're all there. I just gotta make sure I keep these bars from being flipped. I moved it to the wrong screen. That system is pretty damn cool. If we just honestly, it's easy enough that if I was bored, I would click around in there. So, I mean, when we're bored, we could build all kinds of things. Some of the postcard patterns, I'm not going to say name, but to help show it in other colors or other fabrics, and we just import the damn fabric. It's so much easier than anything else. I still want to draw the fives in. We could do the threes too. It's almost mindless, which is good. It's something I can do elevated because it's really obvious where I left off. My only problem is I forget to unclick the squares so they're not blue, and I'll end up moving something or changing something that I didn't mean to. That's my only thing I get fucked up on. You do too. Fuck, I didn't mean all those. Yeah, but it is neat to be able to highlight. Like if you're doing pinwheels, you can highlight like 8 different things and have them turn for you. And some of some of that is cool. I just forget. All right, I gotta find charms. I should probably look and see if there's some cool grab and go type things to have for the All Pacific Shop Hop. I need to grab some charms because that charm pack price is what everybody was looking for. Maybe there'll be different shiny happy world free ones, you know, because she'll take the Christmas down. Maybe she'll have some springy free ones, and I can quote mark down the charm packs, um, and mark down the Christmas applique kits, and maybe do some spring ones, whatever she ends up having. You know, all that I want to, I want to. Right now, it's not unreasonable to get some of it done, but I also have some business stuff that I gotta do too, so that takes time. Maybe we should get the embroidery machine making voodoo dolls. That might be a funny little thing. Talked about it. Load that thing up to where it can make like 3 at a time or something. I got someone else in watching. They're lurking. Welcome in. We're in assembly mode. I know. They're cute. I sold one. The only one. We keep talking about making that embroidery machine be doing shit. And it stops sewing, go over and fix it. Set it on its new path. I don't know why we don't do it. I guess it's a bitch to get set up, I guess. But once we set it up, if we just continually make more of that particular thing, I'd like to say laziness, but it's not like I'm not doing anything. These are long. How long do they need to be? Um, this is gonna go all the way up. Doesn't need to be longer. Okay. We're gonna assume they had us cut the right amount. We need to put somebody else in charge of it. He tried to do it, make her do it. Be one way to get her ass in the shop more. I didn't know she was just gonna fucking stop coming in. I wonder why she was crying. I miss her. I'm not really liking this, not seeing her as much. I'm not liking it at all. she does. She does have something else that she is gonna see about sneaking into you. And we grabbed more quilts. All the cubbies are full, basically. But one of them's got my shit in it. That could come out. But somebody else, Kathy, uh, Kathy Riley got in um, her quilt that my pattern, Pacific Northwest Mountains. She brought it in. Oh my God, whatever Robert's listening to, the cadence of that guy's voice. Oof, I'm really glad that I'm far enough away I can tune it out. Whoa. We're going to. Okay. One more on each side. And then will I just sew it to it? Or do I just sew out hook each side together and then hook the sides to the center? I have a decision. I think that was the hardest of my decisions. And then a couple more of those. And our, it is considered, this is B, row B, but the stashing between them is C section, which kind of makes sense. Kind of getting it. Hey, Screwball, what are you doing? Hi, what are you doing for face? Okay. Do you remember the I'm way back? I'm thinking tattoos. There was one person that got a portrait of their dog, and I can't remember. It was a shape of something. I don't remember. And Robert was like, "Meh, meh, meh." He didn't like it. It's not up to him. But I don't know if you saw this other one that came up. There was one that um, what this person did is he had one artist tattoo a honeycomb pattern. So it was, I don't know, 2 inch, 2.5 inch honeycombs. We'll say 2.5. And then left them open. And each, as he traveled, he went to different artists, and each artist had one of the honeycombs to do what they wanted to, and flowers, scenes, animals, whatever, in these honeycombs. What if the honeycomb pattern was used for the dog portraits so that they would all be the same size, they would all fit in one abstract full pattern in the end? So it kind of turned it into one tattoo instead of a bunch of tattoos because it's in a framework. And have it all, cattywampus, not exact. Yeah, weird. But there you have it. That's my thought. Alright, let's bury the mouse. Okay. Thing is, I have all of the diamonds up on the other side. I'm going to. That really wasn't. Oh, that's a thumbtack. I didn't know what to do with. This is going to be kind of neat. Alright, so now we're going to use the yellow. Ooh, it almost fell. The yellow. Ah! It fell. I have the garment rack up over the top, and I have this shit draped over it. And evidently, I just disturbed the force. Alright, so if we are doing yellow, so we have to do blue and purple. So these rows are going to top with the squares. So we're assembling this C row. So it'll have squares at the top and the bottom. So that's, we're going to come out to this. And then let's start with that. And yeah, I think we just had too many of those. And I believe it's going to be these. Shall we see it on the wall? And then it will come out to purple as the next row. Yeah. Okay. So just be consistent because we can flip the rows. Let's move our ship. Oops. Ooh, I hit a button. Being as I press to the blue, might as well not bite the seam. So Nancy had her surgery for her hip this afternoon. She was in recovery at about 5 o'clock. Hers was late in the day. Mom's gonna stay up there up at Nancy's with Kay and a couple others that I don't know if you know. Yeah, the doctor said it went well. At least didn't bitch about anything. We'll see, right? I mean, Sally couldn't keep. Sally's had the worst trouble of anybody on the planet, I think. Mom's gonna be taxi for that. Sounds like Kathy Harris has been up in by ambulance to Good Sam a couple times over the weekend. Um, high heart rate and on one of them and AFib on the first. I think the heart rate was the first one, and they sent her home, but then she went by ambulance the next night from AFib, and they admitted her. But she was back home. Mom and Daisy sleeping. Let's see how much we can get done tonight before I poop out, because I'm running an hour. First of all, that being ladder, I love the ladder. I love the concept. I love what it does. I love that I can have it shorter. I can extend it bigger. It's compact. It's fucking heavy. But if it weren't heavy and sturdy, I wouldn't probably like it as much. What was that? Anyway, but manhandling that bitch today, and it kept having to go higher and higher because it's up at the peak of the ceiling there. Piper keeps falling asleep in the other room. I can hear him. So this is 100% from my stash. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna get some pillow forms and order a few zipper cases, pillowcases for 18, 20, 24-inch pillows, whatever we end up deciding on. And one of them I'll open and maybe make a template out of it. And that way I can change. I can make some cool Halloween ones. But I can get the pillow forms wholesale. I'm like, well, I gotta see how many I'm gonna buy. And if I had to buy 12, and no way I could see doing that. Robert's all, well, you could give them away. I'm like, no, I could sell them in the store. Daisy Maisie, what's going on here, my love? Hi, Peanut. You wanna be a movie star? Hmm? Wanna be a movie star? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Are you gonna go out? Fucking bugs. Done with these fucking bugs. Box elder bugs. Turn off the light, lay down, just as I'm falling asleep. Fucking bug walking across my forehead. Just, oh. Not a happy camper. Nope. Alright, I'll go walking around. Do you want me to take you outside? Oh, shit. I should have got Pines all today. I stopped at the fucking grocery store. My least favorite place. Hi, hun. I'm gonna take you out. We won't. Whoa. I nipped something I shouldn't have nipped. What are you doing? Looking for the ramp? The ramp. That's good. Hmm. You just don't want her to be on the floor. I see you. Better toss her outside. I'd be able to do this. No, nothing to do that. Alright. I hear her pacing. Yeah, I better take. I'll be right back. I'm gonna hit the mute. I think maybe. Oh, chicken. So I picked a paint color and then asked my friend who paints a lot. Like that's her and I. That's what we used to do when we were in our 20s and 30s. I'm like, haven't painted in a while. What brand do you recommend paint? Sherwin-Williams. Oh, God, they're expensive. So I take my paint chip that I'd settled on. They have nothing, anything like it. Now I can either have them color match, and then if I need to go back and get more, run the risk of it not being right, or go with. I mean, it's a good one. It was I think it came from Ace. It was Benjamin Moore color. Hmm. Or I picked up the paint chips that were closest from Sherwin. But I'm at the. This is not my business. It's just my bedroom. Mm. Okay, Daisy another minute or two. Just come in that door. Correction. I'm hearing the pet door. It could be someone going out. So it's 7:41, 7:42. Oh God. Hey, hey, irons are hot. Second time I've broke myself on camera because I am not paying attention. What's new? Okay, let's have this one get it most of the way through, and then go retriever. Watson, go get Daisy. Daisy needs help. Go get her. She's your elder. Go get her. Yeah, she's going up the ramp. If I think she's actually going to get Daisy, I'd be insane. Um, let's see. When they color match, they can make things that color again. they put the tag on the can. Really. And every time you went to the next gallon, it was okay. I mean, realistically, the technology in that department has probably come a long way, just like the technology in other things. I just have not been in that field. All right, I think I gotta check on her. Be right back. Sorry. Now, let's hope that she still doesn't pee on my floor because the amount of times she has come in, walked all around, came in, and then peed standing right beside you. It's been amazing. Actually, pretty easy pattern. Hi, Daisy. Silly dog. I'm not thinking I really need this piece anymore. I'm not sure I need any of those pieces anymore. I guess back to the tattoo thing, it wouldn't have to be a honeycomb. You could use some sort of pretty scroll work and then in each oval or circle that's purposely put into that, then have, okay, this is now. These were, I was sewing them together for binding strips, and I was using them as leaders and enders, but right now those are too long and they're in my way. Hi, hi. There's a weird ripple in some of these. There. That is my square top or bottom, whatever it ends up being. Square end. Daisy, daisy. Oh, that was a big jump. You okay, Miss Daisy? When goes to left Saturday, she's like putting stuff in the car, and then she goes, "Do you want to rubberneck? Come here, rubberneck with me." I'm like, what? And there was a like a motorhome. I mean, it looked worse than Breaking Bad kind of motorhome in the middle turn lane, just not quite to the car dealership. And there were three vehicles with lights. What's going on? And now I see it on the road, abandoned, up a ways. Makes you wonder, was it broken down? There's something going on. Let's see if I can find that honeycomb thing later. I must be itching for a new tattoo. But maybe I could do the same. Maybe I could do the same concept and put Halloween stuff in them because I can't decide on one thing. Then I can have jack-o'-lanterns and bats and crows and witchy shit and skeletons and ooh, that's an idea. But I wouldn't do hexes then. I would do some sort of scrolly work. Okay, I said something. What did I do? God, I'm amusing. I pull it always back to Halloween, is that it? Ugh, they could be old keyholes. Like for skeleton keyholes. Maybe. On the door. This is very magical colors here. What? Just image. Oh shit. I have a whole Pinterest board. Are you fucking kidding me? Always. I think because there's a few that I haven't nailed down yet that I know I want. Like I want to do something for my dad because I did something for my mom. So do I do a whole new concept or do I add something to the one I did for mom because it's kind of a family one? There's three ladybugs for the three of us, but the ladybugs technically represent my mom. So you okay there, Disney? And then I still want to do something for my love of Halloween and my love of sewing. And so maybe I can combine those. I have a whole board. I just have a whole board. Hey, kids, what are you doing? Huh? We're just gonna start throwing this over my shoulder. This will get long. Ugh. If I thought I had problems with my 40-inch strips, 40-inch length strips, can't imagine doing the whole wall one. Okay, now we end at a color, not a bar. Oh, these background bars. And let's get the last piece on this one. It's gonna look so cute. Alright, square. Daisy Maisie, you're on the move. I'm in an I'll eat anything if it's not nailed down kind of mood. How are we doing, Miss Daisy? Where'd you go? Hmm? What are you doing, love? Hi. We're not like gonna have an accident right here or anything, are we? If Mom's not in the mood to clean that up. Nuh-uh. What's going on, you? So we're gonna need this with blue to the left. Hi. What are you doing? Sorry. What's going on, Miss Daisy? Alright, I'm gonna need a couple more pins here. I haven't got my board loaded with pins yet. These strips are long. Alright. Go. Of course, gotta be going two different directions. Now Robert's watching this guy that's master at Sudoku. Okay. Nice. Okay, so that means we are done with the purple and blue ones because we've done that. We're at purples next, so we're going to do the blue and green bars. Yikes! Alright, purple has nothing but rectangle. Okay, I don't know what some of this is. And this is going to have the spacer bar at the top. bottom of H instead of a square. All right, Days. What's going on? You restless? Hmm? Yay. How long have we been on? Well, over an hour? Yeah. Got two more main colors. I don't know if we'll get them all. Daisy, what's going on, my love bug? What is that? 8? You're an hour off. You still have an hour before bedtime. Let's put these on this side too before I forget. That's what we're doing. Oh, Duckaboo. Arf, arf. Oh, my legs are so big. I'm telling you, going up and down that ladder when your knee doesn't like you, and there are times I'm going really slow in that bend to get to the next step, going down or up. So then you hold that. Okay, see you tomorrow. Hello, hello. We are working on Magic Carpet. Whoever's sneaking in and watching. Lighters. We're just seeing how far we can get. What is all over? Oh, leaves. Whoops, I pressed that the wrong way. Those of you that might not know what we're doing, this is the quilt pattern. All from the stash, which is kind of fun. Yeah, I still have some cardboard to break down. Not today. Not today. I like these three colors together really well too. Gotta make sure I keep my green and blue going the same direction. That's it. It really is quite simple. In the description, there is a link to a hidden shopping portal on our website. The things that are on there, there's not many because this is a brand new idea and I've got to get time to fill it. But there's some things on there at discounted prices, and I think I'm going to put remnants up when I have them because I don't have them anywhere except just kind of hanging out in the shop. Funny, my cat is okay. Yeah, that's good. That pattern is fun. Well, it lasted. Daisy, what are you doing? Robert gets home from work and he lays down on the floor to play with the dog and then falls asleep and then I don't have anybody helping me with Daisy. I'm afraid that she's peeing. Ouch. And if she does, she's gotta clean it up. But it's not easy to do that when I'm supposed to be with you guys. Daisy, what are you doing? Do I have to take you back out? No, I never know. I never know. Shoulders. I hung some wallpaper today. Peeling stick wallpaper, but pretty. And I needed a change in my bedroom. But I hung it on plywood, so I couldn't do any of the fun little tricks of like spritzing your wall down with like soapy water kind of thing, so you can move it around a little easier for before it adheres. I think that works. It's been a while. My mom told me about that one, but she's been gone for a long ass, way too long. But I think that's I do. Can somebody confirm that in the notes? Because she said that she could do that with contact paper. That she would wipe like the drawers bottom with soapy water, and then she could slide around the contact paper, and then once she stopped screwing with it, it stayed in place. So that's what I'm gonna try with the wallpaper. Which means I should probably try this one little small spot that something always sits in front of, so nobody will see in case I fuck shit up. And just gigantic wall stickers at this point. Hi, honey bunny. What are you doing? What's up, Buttercup? Get that out of my way. And you are just not settling. Do I need to take you out, honey? I'm sure the two people watching will be okay if I mute for a minute and take you. Not even a minute. Hey, honey. How's it going? I don't need to go to the bathroom on your bed. Huh? What you think? Yeah, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna drop her outside again. I just don't want to take a chance. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's not far. Just gotta round the desk. Step through the kitchen. I didn't see any puddles, which was good. I didn't scour, but did on my way, on my path. Need to see if Robert will move his pile of leaves that he put right there because Daisy is blind, can't see, and it's right in the pathway. So she's gonna run into it. Shoulders. Oof. Maybe I should sit with a heating pad tonight. That wouldn't be a bad thing. My hands up above my head and fighting to get the damn pattern matched. Standing on a ladder, much taller than I want to be. What time is it? 8:09. These are really long strips, actually. What a good size, then. Guess I didn't pay attention. Doesn't say right there. Oh, yeah, 69 by 75. This would be a nice one for my couch. A new couch. It was a joint family gift for everybody. And we are really liking it. I'm wondering why I've never owned a sectional. Hmm. Okay, this is over. We got two more. Okay, we're almost done with this one. And maybe we'll not push it tonight. Let's finish. Let's finish this set. Keep it at the hour-and-a-half mark. And then we can come back on Thursday. Put the last of the rows together. The green and the fire set. And then start putting our rows together. Yeah, that's gonna end, right? Yeah. And this needs to be green. 9. Not raining. I just feel bad if she gets lost out there. My baby who doesn't know where she's at no more. I wonder if I could get the other kid and see if he would go get the dog. Okay. You know, the babies. Okay, over my shoulder. We are now to the length. Do that. So close. I'd be going to get her by now, but well, it looks like what we'll have to do is we're going to have to pack this case back into the evidence room for another day. Bosses have cut back overtime, so we will have to pack it in. Okay, so I'm going to put this on that side, this through this shoulder, two more little seams, and then I'll hang it, but I think, oh, it's a webcam. I can tilt the webcam. Like, I don't think you can see it. I think I'm over too far now. 6 minutes. Hard to believe. Alright. Last one on this set. Last seam on this one. Okay. This one. And that's always one that's completely the wrong end, right? Flip cameras, webcam. Can I grab two things? We're gonna get this up and then I'm gonna take off for tonight. Oh, I just stood on it. That wasn't helpful. That's the next row. Then we're gonna do green squares and then we're gonna do the fire ones. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. We will revisit the evidence next week. Well, later this week on Thursday, and we'll see what all we can get done. All right? Thanks for hanging. Good night.